Land, and welcome to another episode of the G Show podcast. I am G1, and this is the Godzilla Black Partying. Oh my God! Talk about a whirlwind 24 hours, okay? I mean, literally, we just talked about this yesterday. We were talking about this yesterday, and lo and behold, here it goes. The Godzilla reviews are in. No spoilers, ladies and gentlemen, no spoilers. But the embargo has been lifted, and we are green to go. That being said, let me introduce you to my cohort, my partner in crime, my right hand when it comes to Godzilla. Oh my God, G73, Megzy, Chase, my brother, what is up?
I'm wiping the tears out of my eyes, man, because I'm reading these just glorious reviews, and I'm just so happy to see it. It's like a breath of fresh air to me personally, but that's for a whole nother reason. But it's nice seeing what they're saying. It's really interesting what they're saying, too. There are no spoilers, so we got nothing to worry about that. If something does come up spoilery, I will shut it off, of course. But it's cool seeing what they're saying about it, and it's really awesome because there's a lot of really mega huge movie news articles out there like Joe Blow and Collider, and they're praising the movie.
Dude, I can't believe that it literally, we were just talking about this yesterday. We were just...
I know, speak of the devil. Maybe I should start saying it's going to rain money.
For real, though. I mean, honestly, we were just talking about this yesterday, and if you tuned in for yesterday's podcast, or when I posted it yesterday, if you tuned in for that last podcast, you'd see, like, I was a Debbie Downer. I really was. I had to play the devil's advocate. I had to be the realist. I had to just the way I feel. Don't get me wrong. I still kind of feel this way, but this right here alleviates a lot of pressure in my mind. Okay, because whether or not these reviews are coming from genuine Godzilla fans or not, I know some of them are just like general movie fans, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that. That's why I would pay attention to Collider and stuff. I love Joe Blow. But this right here, man, this does nothing but make me smile and make me feel really good. And I'm telling you right now, if I have a coronary before Godzilla King of the Monsters, I'm coming back to life. You got it right. And if anybody tries to put me down in zombie mode, I'm going to kill you first. I'm going to eat you. We'll be a horde. And we're going to all be in the theater watching Godzilla as zombies. I don't care. We'll be a bunch of shit Godzillas in the damn movie theater watching it. Because I'm psyched now, bro. I'm psyched. I mean, I literally can't believe that we were just talking about this yesterday. And here we are. You gotta be kidding me. And okay, I'm not even gonna. G73 has he's got the reviews and stuff. I looked them over, but he's going in. So yo, dude, man, where do you want to start? Like, which one do you want to start with? By the way, these are not spoilers. These are not spoiler reviews.
Yeah, these are non-spoilers, so no worries.
This is just pretty much reactions.
I'm gonna go with Joe Blow's first because he basically took everyone's reviews and it's just down a list.
Let's do it.
So let's just do it. There's no spoilers. So anyways, I kind of laugh at Joe Blow's because he's hyping it up, man. But here it goes. Sure, Avengers Endgame may be well on the way to becoming the biggest movie of all time. But for me, it's going to be hard to beat giant monsters facing off against one another in Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh, God.
I am so pumped for this movie. The upcoming Michael Dougherty film not only brings back Godzilla, but throws Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah into the mix as well. Bring it on! The first reactions to Godzilla King of the Monsters have now arrived, and they're enormously positive, hyping the sequel up as a pure summer movie fun. I'll let our own editor-in-chief, Paul Shirley, get us started, but I'll update as the reactions roll in.
Pause. Hold up. Time out. Dude, that alone got me stupid hype, bro. Come on, man.
You're welcome. I thought I was 10 grade on my acting.
Absolutely, man.
My deliverance.
My God. Come on, man.
So, then it just starts going in, and Paul Shirley from Joe Blow, he says, King of the Monsters is the modern-day Godzilla movie you've been waiting for. It's everything the 2014 Godzilla isn't, while still retaining the best elements of that film and elevating them times 100. Monstrous action that rattles the theater. So damn good. Tag Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Then he continues. There's so much passion for the creatures in this film, and the camera lingers gloriously on all of them. This is a monster movie that fires on all cylinders, and I can't wait to see it again. Pure summer movie fun. We have a full review later this month, but if you're looking for a simple recommendation, this is a must-see summer movie. It gets right what the other modern-day Godzilla movies got wrong, in my opinion, of course. Finally, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And then...
Hold up, wait, I want to touch...
All right,
I want to touch on something there. He said the camera lingers on the monsters. Dude, we're looking at a modern-day Toho film. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Mike Doherty, man, you got to hand it to him.
Oh, my goodness gracious. This is Rick the Hall. I can't believe how in 24 hours we went. I went from being there to being yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We were crying, and now we're laughing.
No, I'm still crying, but now the tears are for joy.
What's that?
I said I'm still crying, but the tears of joy now.
I know,
oh, my God.
Then it gets into our pal, we call him Frosty, but those of you that don't know, Steven Weinrob from Collider, he talks about it. I had real issues with Godzilla 2014. The movie was called Godzilla, but was barely in it. Thankfully, Mike Doherty's Godzilla King of the Monsters is awesome. It's everything I wanted the last movie to be, but wasn't. If you want to see Godzilla fighting other monsters, you will be happy. He also says, the visual effects in Godzilla King of the Monsters are insane. I'm so impressed with that, with what Mike Doherty did with the material and monster battles, and can't wait to see it again. If you weren't looking forward to the new Godzilla movie, it's time to buy tickets.
Right there. Stop. This is what I was saying yesterday. This is what I was saying in the other podcast. People, you want to see this movie in the biggest screen possible. And that, Stephen Frosty Weintraub just said the same thing. Now, whether you know him or not, just take his word for it. These are people who've seen the movie already, who are not like giant Godzilla fans like we are, but they're telling us, this is it. Like, come on, man. Go get those IMAX tickets. Go get those XD tickets. Go get those.
I'm gonna be honest. It totally has changed my perspective and my idea of what I want to do. And I'm probably going to see it the best way possible now.
Right.
I was just going to settle and see it at a theater close to me. But if I have to, I may go see it in IMAX. I just might. I have to at this point.
This is that movie you need. Like, this is... Dude, just the scale of the creatures themselves.
This is basically the tailgate movie. You bring your buddies and your beer and you watch it and have a fun time.
That's what I did for 2014, and I can't lie, I was jet lagged because I had a red-eye flight back to New York when I saw that movie. I was drunk as a skunk, I can't even lie, and I didn't even see Bryan Cranston die. I woke up and said, "Whoa, where's Joe Brody? Where is he? He's dead." What? What you mean he's dead? What? I passed out. But I've still seen that movie like 8 times in the theater, so I'm more than made up for that.
And we have, next, we have Eric Davis. I don't know if he's a reporter or where he's from, but he says, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, ups the monster action considerably. The battle scenes are gorgeous and fierce and feel ripped from the pages of a gnarly graphic novel. You want a giant monster movie throwdown? This is it, and then some. Can't wait for that Godzilla vs. Kong movie now.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man. I can't even believe what we're listening to right now. I can't even believe you this is, dude, you know what this is? This is like the equivalent for me, and I'm not going to speak for all G fans here, right? I'm going to speak for myself. But I would hope I'm speaking for all G fans here when I say this is like the equivalent of those Endgame reactions and even Infinity War. Just the fucking first Avengers movie. Like, holy shit, they did it. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm getting. Like, that's the gist so far from these 3, quick reviews. And they're not spoiler reviews. That's what I love. They're not spoiler reviews. They're just saying, dudes, you have no idea. This is actually, it's from what it sounds like. This sounds like they're saying, this is better than we thought. And I'm down.
Absolutely. It sounds like just a perfectly cinematographed, if you will, movie.
Oh my God.
It it's really exciting me, and it's nice seeing this. It really is, because I mean, as always, as being a Godzilla fan, you worry about the reviews,
Right.
you know, and it's nice seeing something like this. And so Megan Peters, I don't know where she's from. I don't know who the rest of the people are from, so just put that in account. But Megan Peters says, Godzilla is the film I've been waiting years for. The thrilling sequel captures the spirit of Japan's famous kaiju while setting up his reign for years to come. There are few words which describe the film as well as momentous, and its epic scale will leave audiences astounded.
Yo, I think
she... Oh, go on.
No. Keep going.
She says, honestly, Godzilla movie is atomically breathtaking. If you aren't with the MonsterVerse and its kaiju revolution, this film will change your mind.
Oh my God! You know what? You know what? I'm getting on my phone right now. I'm pre-ordering tickets for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm just going in. I'm just
going the whole freaking week.
That's it. I'm going to go see I'm super excited, dude. These are the fucking reviews I'm going to send to my best friend. You know, who's not a G fan, but who, when he saw the trailer in the theaters, because he was like, come on, man. I'm like, dude, for real. He saw 2014. You know, he did. He was like, it wasn't bad. But it's not something he didn't buy it. He went and watched it. Like, I don't think if it was on HBO, you'd be like, oh, let me watch this again. It was just like, okay, I watched it. It was good. But when he saw the trailer for this, and it was the second trailer, and even he saw, when he went to see Shazam, he saw the 5 minutes, and he was like, dude. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I don't want to know. And he was like, but you don't understand. No, I do. I'm a Godzilla fan, dude. I understand. You don't understand. Shut up.
Are you talking about me or someone else?
Oh, no, you're my brother. I'm talking.
For a second, wait, what are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about my best friend, my boy from New York. Like, you know.
Okay.
Well, he's like that dude. But he's not a Godzilla fan, right? He grew up with it. He's older than me. He grew up with it. He used to watch him like I used to watch him on Thanksgiving and like random Saturdays. But these reviews right here, these are the things I'm going to send to him. These are the things I'm going to send to him and say, get your ticket now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah. Well, once we get done here, I'm like screen capping all of these and I'm putting them on my Snapchat.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Hell, I don't even know what that is. But yeah, do that.
But there's a few more here.
Keep going. Let's go.
This one is pretty exciting. I am now free to say Godzilla, King of the Monsters, is handily the craziest, most entertaining American kaiju movie in existence.
Wow.
But that doesn't do justice to just how wild of a ride this is. Jumping from the majesty of the monsters to the wackiness of the humans, the movie is a weird hybrid of worshipful adoration for Godzilla, Ghidorah, E.T. Owl, and the camp and glee of Fight Night on WWE.
Oh!
Godzilla 2 genuinely works and needs to be seen on a monster-sized screen. Also, Mothra fans, keep a sharp eye out during her waterfall reveal.
Oh, God damn it, that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler.
Well, we did see the waterfall reveal in the trailer.
I don't want to hear it. You know what that means? That means there's going to be 2 little girls in that. That's a spoiler. Come on, I put 1 and 1 together.
Well, I don't know. Let's not jump the gun here.
All right, let's not.
Because we gotta talk about what Dan Casey has to say.
Oh, I'm saying
Godzilla, King of the Monsters rules so goddamn hard. Easily the most fun I've had in the theater all year. The best MonsterVerse entry yet. The scale is mind-boggling, and every action scene could be your new desktop wallpaper. See it on the biggest screen possible.
Come on, dude. Listen. I'm serious. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not being facetious here, bro. I am genuinely excited about this. Like, I am seriously excited about these reviews, man. I really am. This is not a dream come true, but this is what I wanted to dream about, you know? It's happening.
Yeah, it totally kind of makes it kind of sheds a little bit of a lighter tone on our Debbie Downer day yesterday.
Oh, it sure does. You know what? But that's the seesaw, brother. We could go from one end of the spectrum to the other, and even though they're polar opposites, and we may, agree to disagree, this right here, I don't think I'm gonna disagree with you or what they're saying because I'm a fan, and yes, these are everything I want to hear. Until we hear about Aladdin is the greatest Disney movie ever made. And then
now we just be hopeful and optimistic that they say Aladdin, the worst Disney live action since Dumbo.
That's so messed up. We need Aladdin to be like Maleficent and Dumbo. Word. But I mean, dude, this is.
But see, they're making a new Maleficent, which I don't know why. But anyways, we're talking about Godzilla's reviews here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is so awesome, man. This really does feel like not redemption,
and
but
this is just a few of the early reactions that I gather. I can't wait to read Varieties and Hollywood Reporters and stuff like that.
And Forbes,
Forbes, yeah. Rolling Stones will probably do something. I remember when they did their 2014 run. That was pretty cool.
Forbes is going to be like, listen, we projected 50 to 55 million. Go see this movie. It needs to make 105 million. Dude, could you imagine if Godzilla King of the Monsters opened up with $105 million opening weekend? That would be amazing.
Great. That'd be absolutely great. And the thing is, I don't want to say it's impossible, with these reviews, and let's put it this way. I feel like let's just say the reviews keep coming out positive. If the reviews don't do anything to help aid its box office, which they are. They're going to.
I agree.
Now we got to wait for Rotten Tomatoes because everybody and I hate saying that because I don't care for Rotten Tomatoes, but for some reason our society thinks Rotten Tomatoes is basically the crown of what is a good movie and what's not. We got to wait for that, but I don't think Rotten Tomatoes is going to give it a nasty monger, but especially because these are all critics.
Right.
And Rotten Tomatoes is critic reviews.
I want to say something real quick though.
Well, hold on. I'm not finished. Real quick.
Yeah.
I just wanna point out, like, if Godzilla at the end of the day becomes the financial flop that we fear, I don't think it's anyone's fault, but it's just how the times are.
I agree, and that's crazy because that's exactly what I wanted to say. In the opposite direction, where I was the Debbie Downer yesterday, and that quote right there came from your little Debbie Downer. I want to be the positive Nancy, or no, not that's negative Nancy. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. I want to be positive.
I got you. You want to be a positive Pete.
Right. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. This is how I would spin if I was able to see Godzilla King of the Monsters, and from the gist you get from the trailers. Okay. And I'm even going to take it a step back and go back 5 years. From what we saw in 2015, what Gareth Edwards did with Godzilla in 2014, this version of Godzilla is a sympathetic character, okay?
Absolutely.
And I think you can actually play that up for this to get people in. Look at the sympathetic monster. Kong is not sympathetic. Not this version of Kong. This motherfucker was taking trees and smashing things.
In the comics, he is.
Well, in the comics, that's one thing. But I'm talking about what we saw on Skull Island. He's taking trees, smashing them. He's grabbing anchors and shit, or a propeller, a boat propeller's blades.
Fighting goddamn octopuses.
Yeah, he's Kratos all of a sudden. He's the Kong of War. Like, there's no sympathy for him in that movie. None. Maybe when he got burned. That was pretty sad. But there's no sympathy.
when Brie Larson tries to do Captain America moves on him and touches his nose.
Listen, our good friend, Final Goji, a.k.a. Lindsay, made me die. I'm still dead from laughter for this one. When she was like, she had an orgasm. I lost my mind when she said that. That's still one of my favorite quotes of all time. Thank you, Lindsay. And I hope you listen because, my lady, that was all you. That made me die. But I mean, like, this Godzilla is very sympathetic. And if you play that up and you think about what we've seen in trailers so far, right? We saw Godzilla laying there and Serizawa coming up and touching his face. I mean, we don't know the context. And I stayed away. Some people might know. The people who've seen the movie does know. But Godzilla as a sympathetic character. When Michael Dougherty is talking about King Ghidorah being like the biblical end times, then we need a hero, right? And who's gonna run Godzilla? He's dude. I mean, sell the movie like that, and then 85 to 100 million, and I am so happy. That's all I'm saying. Hey, do we have any more reviews?
No, that's the end for this. I'm sure there's more, but I haven't picked any up.
I mean, dude, what do you think? Like, have Godzilla being that sympathetic character to sell tickets? You know what I mean? To make other people who aren't into the fandom buy in. Remember what I said yesterday with the laughing?
Like, it makes sense to me. Absolutely. I mean, look. We're in a okay. Let's look at Jurassic World, and I know how you feel about it, but just hear me out.
Well, I like the first one. I hate the second one.
Well, I get it. But Blue, the Velociraptor,
right? Very sympathetic.
That is a marketed dinosaur. Yeah. That's like the Groot, if you will, or what's a monster character that's like a sidekick? I would say Chewbacca, but I don't know if that would be basically a good comparison. But you get the gist of what I'm saying.
Right.
It's a marketed character, monster character that people go for. Like Groot. Groot would be a good example. It makes sense if they make Godzilla that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, well, like, yeah, you took it to another level. I wouldn't go that far. I would probably say more like the Brachiosaurus and Fallen Kingdom. Like, you feel so bad because it's like, oh my God, is that the same Brachiosaurus? Of course it ain't. But what if it was? And now you see it dying. Dude, we have never seen like a sympathetic version of Godzilla before. Godzilla's either been an allegory for the atomic age, a superhero, or a natural disaster, an allegory for a natural disaster, right? We've never seen the sympathetic side of Godzilla. I mean, maybe Son of Godzilla, but who watches that movie? I mean, I dug it. I don't know, 8 times I've seen that movie in my lifetime, which is sad when I think about it now. I should watch that movie a lot more. I need to get that. But, dude, man, when you're America, you got to market it different. And, dude, make it the sympathetic creature. And I'm telling you, man, Gareth Edwards set that off. He did. That scene when Godzilla's on the floor and Ford Brody sees him in the dust and Godzilla has that face and he's just kind of like, I'm tired, dude, but I got to go to work.
It's the thing that gets so overlooked because so many people just trash 2014. And yeah, it may have been disappointing in certain aspects, but that movie set up a perfect staple for what this MonsterVerse is supposed to be. And a lot of people don't acknowledge that. Like, so I watched it the other night, and I go through kind of like the bonus features and the commentary and how they made the movie and stuff like that. And when I heard Gareth Edwards explain his Godzilla and what he wanted to do, it made me respect all of the choices in the film more. Like why they did a certain thing.
Right.
Like why they cut away. Why they did that. And he was talking about how, like, with Godzilla being the nature, like the force of nature and the balance of the world and stuff like that, there has to be some type of emotional connection. And he says sometimes with emotional connections, they can be sad, they can be happy, they can be positive. But he says, the thing is, I get to the nit and gritty of it. Godzilla is an old being. Godzilla's been around for centuries, eons. He is this thing that you feel this power with, you feel this emotional drive with, and it almost makes sense that he has to be sympathetic because it's like he's been a character that has lived through everything.
Yeah.
And he said that, and it's like, wow, I really respect what you've been saying. I really appreciate what you've been saying. And I think a lot of people overlook that. And it just makes sense to make Godzilla sympathetic in that way. You know, Mike Dougherty to push on that more.
I was about to say that. I was about to say, do you think Mike Dougherty looked at those special features and commentary and was like, I'm running with that?
Oh, absolutely. And the reason why I know he did is because he said he did on, like, not that specifically, but he talked about the Collider thing that I told you about.
Right.
He talks a lot of spoilers, and he talks about his Godzilla in certain ways that are really cool. Like, okay, I'm just going to tell you.
No, don't you dare.
With what he said.
Don't you dare blow anything.
I'm not going to tell you what he said, but it brought tears to my eyes with what he said.
Okay.
And that's how he described his Godzilla, and it brought tears to my eyes because to me, you look at Shin Godzilla, and I'm not going to shit on Shin Godzilla, but you look at Shin Godzilla and you look at the anime, and you look at the past Godzilla movies. Throw away the fact that Godzilla was a horror element in some movies. Mike Dougherty basically was, the staple of Godzilla was basically this anti-hero. And he was talking about it, and it really, to me, this King of the Monsters is going to be probably the most classic modernized Godzilla movie we're going to get.
Oh, I love what you just said.
Oh, absolutely. And just making that own assumption with myself, with what he said, it made me cry. I'm not lying. It made me cry because, and not like, it brought tears to my eyes because this is like, Mike Dougherty is showing Godzilla the respect he deserves, the respect he needs. And I'm not knocking on Shin Godzilla, I'm not knocking on the anime, but to me, those movies didn't do it. Mike Dougherty said he liked Shin Godzilla, but he did say a lot of things like, it was weird, and that's fine. That's all fine. But to me, King of the Monsters is going to follow that 100% tradition of Godzilla movies. And that's what I want. I want to be reunited with that as a kid. And now I don't want the complete 100% nostalgia, but I want to have the remaining essence of what the character is. Good God, with what he said and everything like that, I have no doubt that's what he's bringing.
You see, people. This is why he's on the show. This is why because when he gets in his zone, that's what he says. And now I got a little teary-eyed, and I feel a little certain ways. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, I think I said come on, man, like 80 times already in this podcast. I think I said come on, man, more times than any other podcast. And we've been doing this now for, 3 years? I'm just saying.
Yeah, oh my God.
I'm so stoked,
Feels
bro.
like yesterday.
I know. Dude, I'm so stoked. I really can't believe. No, I can. But no, I can't. Because again, I'm the one that was like, oh God, because we're sunk. We're in a bad spot. And look, we still are in a bad spot. I'm going to have to go there. We're still in a bad spot. But if these reviews, these little non-spoiler reviews, gets enough people hyped and people that are outside of our fandom be like, really? Okay, let me check this out. And I'm using my best friend about that, in this category. A dude who's not a Godzilla fan like that. He respected Godzilla, but he understands the campiness and all that shit. And to him, it's silly fun. He doesn't shit on it. Whereas he shits on Transformers, and that's another story for another day. I'd be like, yo, son, me and you gonna have some fucking words about that. You better stop it. But that's a different topic. He don't do that with Godzilla. He's just like, nah, that's cool. I get it. But it's not his bag, you know what I'm saying? With this, he sees those reviews. That's one of the things that I respect and admire about my boy. He pays attention to the reviews, and if it's across the board as what we just seen, I mean, yeah, dude, he's gonna be texting me all of these things. You know what I mean? Like, dude, did you see this? Yeah, man, I sent that to you. You're just resending it to me, you knucklehead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, dude, this is exciting, man. This is exciting. Like, it really, gives me hope. And I again, people, you hear what they're saying? Go see this on the biggest screen possible. And I know, Maybe some people ain't got that money like that, and I understand it. But for those who do, if you're trying to penny pinch, but you know you can, go see it on IMAX. Go see it in XD. Whatever the biggest screen you have available to you, go see it. What is it? 4D. Go see it in 4D. You know what I'm saying? Have the seats move around and shit. Go see this movie in the best possible way, because the experience you're going to get from that is going to elevate the film. And it seems like that's exactly what these people are saying. And they saw this in Japan. Could you imagine? We didn't even talk about that. They saw this in Japan. They saw it in Godzilla's motherland, son. Come on, man. I said it again. Come on, man. They saw this in Japan. They saw this in Toho. Oh, my God. It makes me want to puke how jealous I am right now. Oh, my God. Could you imagine seeing a Godzilla movie in Japan, an American one, in Japan, and then the reviews are coming out looking like this, that they loved it? Like, this is crazy? Oh, man.
I know, it makes me jealous.
Oh, come on, man. I got to start saying, come on, man. I really do. But come on, man. Get with the program. Holy shit, dude. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I cannot believe. I can't believe, man. Dude, I'm stoked. These reviews are dope.
And it's one thing I also just want to count to, like, something we didn't look, but you saw the Godzilla head they built, the inflatable Godzilla head on the theater in LA.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, that is cool, man, and I think that just adds to the hype. That was on national news.
I know. I posted up on the G Show the other day. I did. It's. Oh my God! Look, there's literally no words. I mean, we did our podcast, yesterday. It was, again, like I said, I was Debbie Downer for a lot of it. This gives me a lot of hope. This gives me a lot of hope. Like, I am so hyped right now. Like, I'm really hyped.
The way I look at it now is what I mentioned earlier, is that if these reviews don't do anything to help aid it, which we know we will, but if it still becomes a financial disaster, like what they're estimating, at least now I know it's no one's fault, but just fate, times. And with it being that way, I can at least understand, and I could at least, not be angry, if that makes sense.
Right. Because
if it became a flop just because people weren't interested in it, when there's no reason to not be interested in this movie, it's an action movie, but the thing is, it is giant monsters, and if you are that type of person, giant dinosaurs, I mean, I would be mad at that sense because of narrow-mindedness.
Well, listen, I got to tell you something. I live with that a lot sometimes, because here I am, you know me. I love Godzilla. This is a Godzilla podcast.
But yet Jurassic World is acceptable.
Well, because it's different. And I'm going back to what we talked about yesterday. There's a campiness to certain Godzilla movies, and the problem, and here's the legit problem, was for a lot of people, we only got to see the campy movies back in the day. Then, when, let's say, people of your generation, when you get to see the Heisei, you know what I mean? Dude, the dubbing is off. It's terrible. It sounds bad. It sounds campy, right? Then you look at people outside our generation, you get the millennial people. This campy, I'm sorry, and I understand a lot of people like these movies, but I really don't like the Mechagodzilla movies in the Millennium series. I don't like it. It gets campy, it gets corny, it gets repetitive. I mean, they literally redo Godzilla versus Mothra, or Mothra versus Godzilla. 64 or whatever it was. Like, for real? For real?
Oh, there is a new trailer in front of Detective Pikachu, by the way, for Godzilla.
Good thing I ain't going to see that movie.
It's not a new trailer. It's actually a revamped trailer of the final trailer with a few new shots of Godzilla in it.
I'm pretty sure it's all spoiler shit. I'm staying away, and so should you. Well, unless, of course, you already saw Detective Pikachu.
I'm not going to go see Detective Pikachu. I mean, I probably will on a $5 Tuesday.
I hear that.
And hey, I actually found another review real quick, and it's from Terry Schwartz from IGN. And she says, the special effects are bonkers, and I really like how director Mike Dougherty plays with scale after the criticisms leveled at 2014's Godzilla. All in all, the type of monster versus monster brawler you'd hope for a movie called Godzilla King of the Monsters, and a poster like this. And she shows the Japanese Godzilla poster with King Ghidorah and stuff on it. So that's another one. So another positive one.
Oh, man, they keep coming now, bro. They're coming.
Oh, yeah. Well, apparently those reactions were also, some of them were from the Cinemadome, I'm calling it the Godzilla Dome right now.
Nice.
The Godzilla Dome stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. I'm so ready. Oh, God. Dude, man, you know, can we avenge? And you know what? I don't care what y'all say. Okay, it's way past time. There's no more spoiler embargo. Could we just like Avengers time jump into the next, into the future? Could we just do it? Somebody get some Pym particles so we could jump a couple weeks, like a week and a half. I mean, we're in the teens now. We're in the teens. It's like 18 days until Godzilla comes out or something. So come on, man. Come on! I said it again. I can't believe it.
We need Doc Brown.
Word. Oh no! We need Emma GG. That's what we need. We need Emmy and MGG, son. For real.
That's true.
We need to get them up in here. We go to the future, to the past. We go watch Godzilla 2014. We'll go into the theater and be like, y'all have no idea what's coming.
I'll bet $10 million that's going to happen.
Yeah, right.
bet on the movie.
Oh my God!
We go into the future, learn its box office, and then bet on its box office, and then take all that money we earn from its box, like betting on it, and put it towards its box office.
That would be dope. And yeah, then we can overtake Disney and
yes.
Fox.
And we have the Kaiju world. It's called Monster Island instead of Star Wars Land, or California Adventures, not Cars Land anymore.
Seriously, man. Seriously.
It's Monster Island, and you walk through like a skeleton or something like that. That'd be cool.
Good God. I mean, with reviews like this, what do you think it means for, Godzilla versus Kong? It's got to be it's got to be, just...
See, here's the thing. If the reviews are good, and see, this is where it's kind of a weird limbo, because these reviews are great, but we still have the chance of the movie not making its money. Now, however, if... I don't know. It's really strange to say. I don't know what it does for Godzilla versus Kong. I think right now we just gotta hope. What does these reviews do for King of the Monsters?
Let me tell you something.
What do you think, actually?
This is what I think, and I'm just talking in terms of story here. I'm not even talking about what. But I'm saying to myself, okay, if we're portraying Godzilla to be a sympathetic creature in this movie, and then see the savagery unleashed, because it has to happen, right? It has to. We seen the trailers. Like I said, I seen that final trailer. I didn't want to, but I saw it. When King Ghidorah comes and when they clash, and he boom, one head on this arm, one head on this arm, the other head on the neck. I was like, oh my, I don't want to see no more. I don't. That's a money shot. That's a money shot. I don't want to see it. Godzilla's got to go bonkers, right? Like legit Atari game, Godzilla Unleashed, right?
We also need to mention too that now our boy legendary Godzilla is now the second biggest Godzilla.
After Earth Godzilla?
Yeah, he's bigger than Shin Godzilla now. And the first Godzilla in the anime was 50 meters. But Godzilla Earth was the 220,000 feet one or something like that.
Jesus.
And Legendary is just a couple feet bigger than Shin Godzilla now.
Take that, Shin Godzilla. Take that, you dinosaur. Take that, you zombie dinosaur.
But anyway, but what you were saying is, I know you were, I cut you off, but you make a point. Kong's going to have to do a lot of growing.
But I'm not, yeah, that definitely one, especially if now Godzilla is taller than what he was. But two, what does Kong, like, what category does he fit in? Is he the aggressor? Like, what's happening?
Well, see, that's what I was saying. Is I think we know how it's going to work. I think Godzilla and Kong are going to meet each other. They're going to have their brawl, and then something's going to happen to where they don't necessarily team up, but they decide that they're not the threats to each other anymore. But it makes me wonder. Kong is a smart, compassionate animal too, and if Godzilla has a part of that, I wonder if there's a moment where they look at each other and they realize, like, all right, maybe we're not the enemies.
Yeah.
There's something possible like that, but I don't know. I mean, see, the thing is I don't know if you.
No,
in the final trailer, did they mention how many Titans there are?
17. Okay.
You got to think, out of those 17 Titans, they got to go against one of them.
Right, but I'm not thinking that. I'm still of the belief that it's King Ghidorah. I really am. I really, really, really am. I don't.
Okay. So then let's say it is King Ghidorah.
Right.
Then that means they go against King Ghidorah, and that's the thing. I literally, the other day I was thinking, I don't think Godzilla and Kong are going to fight at all, and I think Godzilla versus Kong is not going to be called Godzilla versus Kong.
I think it is.
They might as well just rewrite it for Godzilla 3.
No, I think it's called Godzilla versus Kong, but I'm telling you, I think the subtitle is Destroy All Monsters. I'm telling you, I think that's the secret. I think when we get the first trailer this year at Comic-Con, oh my God, that's right around the corner.
I know that's just in a couple of months, but the thing is, we might not get it at Comic-Con. We might get it at New York Comic-Con.
I'm okay with that. Well, think about this though.
But
if that movie comes out in March, Comic-Con would be the perfect hit date, and especially because at that point in time, Godzilla's already out of the theater. So let's
but
bring it back.
They may show us a trailer come
Godzilla?
July or June, whenever it happens, because it'd be right after they let's keep the hype going.
Or
they may do that, but the thing is I think it may be too early.
Or you want to really get people going crazy, right? You do what the Matrix did, and I think Lord of the Rings might have done. You show the trailer at the end credits of the movie. Come on, man. I said it again. I'm just saying. You serious?
I'm just like, I don't know where Godzilla versus Kong stands at all, because I mean, right now we're focusing on King of the Monsters, of course, but I mean, just the cast alone for Godzilla versus Kong is phenomenal. You have Lance Reddick in there. You have the woman that plays Michonne.
Oh yeah.
You have Millie Bobby Brown in there.
She's in it.
Dennis something, the kid from Deadpool 2.
Oh yeah, I don't even count that kid.
I'm not too worried about him. But Millie Bobby Brown in there again. You have Kyle Chandler in there again. You have all these other main. You have the guy from Game of Thrones and True Blood. I think he was on Game of Thrones, but I know he's on True Bloods. But the guy that played Tarzan.
Skarsgård?
Yeah, Skarsgård.
No way.
That's right. We were talking about him. And you have Eliza Gonzalez. She's going to be in it.
Yeah, she might have a bit role, but I'm digging that.
Yeah. And you have so many other actors that are going to be in it. Godzilla vs. Kong is going to have a decent-sized budget to itself, too. So
all I'm saying is,
I don't know where it stands, man. But like for Godzilla and Kong, these reviews. I mean, of course, these reviews hype it. you know, because they do mention in the reactions that, you know, can't wait for Godzilla versus Kong. It's hyping up that movie.
All I'm saying is this. Just hear me out. I mean, in a perfect world, it's King Ghidorah they got to fight. Because you've never seen King Kong versus King Ghidorah, and if Godzilla is king of the monsters, you've got 3 kings. Let's go! Come on!
That would be amazing.
Come on! And I would love to see Kong.
What if they get King Caesar?
Right? He's one of the 17, right? Dude, but come on, like, could you imagine, like, just seeing King Kong as agile as he is, and maybe he's a little bit older. He might be a little slower, but I doubt he's going to be that much slower. But could you imagine him? Because he's not going to be as big as King Ghidorah. He's not going to be the same size as Godzilla. And Ghidorah towers over Godzilla in this trailer, right? So we know the height difference there. But could you imagine Kong, like running and jumping and, like, grabbing one of King Ghidorah's necks and just, like, ripping its freaking jaw apart? And then playing with it like King Kong does in every iteration of Kong we've ever seen.
Or he like jumps on its back as it's flying and just starts like grappling it to the ground.
I mean, seriously. And then like maybe Godzilla does like Final Wars and he like atomic breaths one head and throws it to the side and then just hits it with these super atomic breaths and sends it out. That's not going to happen. But I mean, like, dude. Look, I would be surprised if they kill King Ghidorah and King of the Monsters. I really would, because then that sets up a bigger bad, right? I honestly believe it's going to be King Ghidorah, and I honestly believe there's going to be a subtitle, Destroy All Monsters, because...
I know, but it does excite me, because if they do kill King Ghidorah, it makes it wonder, like, who's going to be in the movie?
But that's the whole thing. It's like, are they going to... Because to me...
Because, I mean, well, for one thing, before... sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
You know, for one thing, that they've been saying that if the movies are successful, they want to continue them.
No, and I get that. I do get that. But right now, the plan is only these 3.
I know, but with that being said, you can't kill off... Of course, I don't think the monsters will be killed off in Godzilla vs. Kong, but you do realize, like, with them saying that means they have to either leave it up with Godzilla is still around, or, you know, Godzilla doesn't die, you know, or something like that.
Well, I don't think either one is going to die.
And I don't either, but the thing is like, that's the thing. But people think that, you know, I know a lot of the general audience think that with Godzilla versus Kong, someone's going to die.
Nah, because again, they have... Dude, the general audience... We just had this conversation yesterday. This is a constant conversation we have. The general audience doesn't even know about Godzilla versus Kong. They're laughing at King of the Monsters. They're laughing at the trailer.
I think to a certain extent, not a lot of people know, but...
We know. And maybe...
Okay, well, then in that case, a lot of the Godzilla fans that I have on our pages, they think that there's going to be... someone's going to die.
And that's... You know what? But that is the culture we live in today. Everybody... I mean, and this is Star Wars' fault.
And I blame Batman versus Superman.
What? Oh, no, that was poorly handled. That was poorly handled. That could have been good, but that was poorly handled. But like, you look at Star Wars, we're gonna kill Han Solo, we're gonna dump Luke Skywalker, Carrie Fisher dies. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna use unused footage. It's like, what? You don't have to do that with the monsters because they were all CG, right? Dude, I'll tell you this. It's embedded in the brain because it's become common. So I don't think personally they're gonna do that. You know, because they haven't done it before. Like Toho's never done it. There's no reason to do it. You know what I mean? If they want to say, well, Godzilla's tired and he's done, and maybe Kong is now the new protector of Earth, I would be really, 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 really mad. Okay, that would be stupid. But that's also another way to continue on the Monsterverse through Kong. I don't like that idea. I would love Godzilla. I honestly, personally, would like to end it right here. Just done. Be done with it. And then let Toho come back and do their thing. And then a couple of years down the line, if you got something to do or they make that money, come back to it. But for right now, I think Godzilla vs. Kong is a perfect ending. I think it is. And I'm telling you.
I absolutely do too, because especially with Toho wanting to make more movies too. I honestly believe that there's going to be a little bit of a couple of years gap, you know.
Yeah, but and again, you know, one of the things that make me like wonder is, okay, Toho now what they did, like getting not a studio but an office in Hollywood, right? Didn't Toho do something like that?
I'm sorry, do that again?
Didn't they get like an office in Hollywood or something? Like, isn't Toho trying to get
Well, no, yeah, Toho
set up in Hollywood?
Toho just recently started a partnership with Legendary and Warner Brothers,
and that's what I think
for Godzilla movies,
right? And what I think is going to happen from that is Warner Brothers and Legendary are going to distribute theatrically the Toho movies. So it don't have to be Godzilla.
That could be, but Toho, but Alex Garcia also said that Toho is willing to renew the Hollywood license if the movies are successful.
And that's cool, and I would like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm for that. What I'm saying though is, like, I like the idea of a trilogy here, and then Toho is in bed with, you know, Legendary and Warner Brothers. So when Toho starts making new Godzilla movies, they don't come out like in 5 theaters across the country like Shin Godzilla did under Funimation. No, it gets distributed by Legendary Warner Brothers, and now the same way like Godzilla 2000 came out, or 1985 with New World Cinema, you know what I mean? But this time with Legendary putting it out, it's an established thing. Godzilla, you know, the American Godzilla movies are successful here, and now we can bring that and hopefully get, you know, that type of money. I don't think it's going to be that much more money, but I think it'll be better than what they've done. Let's say, you know, that's just me. That's just wishful thinking, though. That's just wishful thinking. But to go back to Godzilla vs. Kong, if they kill King Ghidorah and King of the Monsters, I do not think Legendary is going to Toho's well to find another kaiju to fight. I think they're going to create their own thing, like a Muto, like they did with Muto.
Yeah, I've seen that too. A lot of speculation is the Muto from the Godzilla Awakening Aftershock comic, but I know that comic is being spotted up around places. But I'm pretty sure, spoiler alert, Godzilla kills him in the comic, so I don't know how that's going to work in the movie.
I think so, too. I was thinking more along the lines of, like, not a Muto, but what if, and just hear me out here, what if they go to the well and they do the Griffin?
That would be fantastic.
And fan service! Are you kidding me? That would be dope!
I would love that.
And it's a riff on Baggin, you know, and it's just, it makes sense. It's like, yeah, like, why not?
Yeah, you know, I would like them to, like, have, like, some type of, like a monster that kind of looks like Orga, but different, has, like the agility of Kong, or, like, Kaiser Ghidorah, and it just is just going to give Godzilla and Kong a run for its money.
Dude, what if it's just a space monster? Like, how dope would that be? Like, everything's been grounded so far, and all of a sudden, here comes Space Godzilla, like, or Biollante. No, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's possible if the Godzilla movies get more, we get Biollante.
It's gonna be...
That's like Mike Doherty's number 2.
It's gonna be King Ghidorah, and I'm telling you, they're gonna have Kong rip one of its mouths open and play with it, like Kong does in every Kong movie. When he rips a T-Rex or a V-Rex or even the snake, he's gonna play with the jaw.
I just hope you don't get disappointed if you're wrong, though, because I can see it going either way.
No, I won't be disappointed. I won't be, but I honestly believe King Ghidorah is that big of a threat, and it seems like, and again,
what if it's Rodan?
Oh my God, Rodan's the king of the monsters! Yes, yes. Dude, all those Rodan confirmed memes from 2014 are now confirmed. That's so awesome, dude. Are you kidding me? Yes, be Rodan. But seriously, all joking aside, I just think King Ghidorah is that big of a threat. The title King of the Monsters, it means so much. Dude, think about it. When America got the rights to 1954's Gojira and released it in 1956 under the title Godzilla King of the Monsters, King Kong has already been out for 20 some odd years. 23 years to be exact, because that movie came out in 1933. And then they titling this thing King of the Monsters. Dude, that's that's something to play with. If you think about it, that's what I would do. If I was in that
competitive marketing.
Yeah, if I was in that boardroom, man, I'd be like, yo, remember when America got Gojira and they released it as King of the Monsters? And it was like, 23 years after King Kong came out. Like, dude, King Kong, King of the Monsters, we can do something here. And what if King of the Monsters, because it's not a Godzilla movie, the idea is a battle royal for the crown.
It's kind of funny that you bring that up, because I was just going to say that I have to give Joe Blow the nod to the hat there, because of them basically talking, like saying it's it's the kaiju endgame. I think that's I know there's a lot of people that are going to disagree, but I think if you're going to say a movie is like an end game right now with how much rap that movie has made, I think you're going to get a lot of people going like, what? And they'll, we got to check this out.
Totally agree, bro. Totally agree. But, yo, man, dude, we could go on for days, especially after these reviews coming out. But, oh, my God, we got about 18 more days to go. We just got to be patient. It's gonna be sooner than we know it. But, man, brother, thank you for joining me again. I can't believe we did this literally after we just had that one conversation yesterday. Oh, man. But thank you, brother, for doing this with me again.
Oh, absolutely. And I can't wait till next week.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, we will be back next week. Don't get it twisted, all right? We're in the end game now. I can't believe I said that again. But we're in the end game, literally, for Godzilla King of the Monsters. We're here. It's coming. We're doing it. I can't believe it, but hey, with these reviews, with this embargo lifted, and from what we've just read and listened to and heard and seen, there's nothing but positivity here for the King of the Monsters. And I'm totally okay with all of that. Seriously. My heart just grew 50 times. I hope I don't die, but yo, brother.
This is definitely going to be the movie that I will be seeing more than once.
Absolutely. And
I will be living at the theater.
I think it's time to get another job at the theater, bro.
Oh, Lord. Never again. Only if they give me Godzilla posters.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. You know what, dude? You know what? I've never asked for that. I think I'm going to go and ask, like, can I get this marquee? And my wife is going to hate it, but I don't care. Can I have this one? Can I have that one? Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
That's like the one thing I told my mom the other day, like before we get off here, but I was like, that's the one thing I miss about working at a movie theater is like, I have my Kong Skull Island poster that's like as big as my wall, but where's my Godzilla poster that's big as my wall?
Word. Oh, man, but ladies and gentlemen, man, thank you, G-Show Land, for joining us today. Honestly, we just did one yesterday, and here we are today, 24 hours later, and it's I can't believe the news, like the embargo was lifted. How crazy is that, Chase? Come on, man. I said it again.
I have a supernatural connection with Godzilla. I am Mickey Segusa.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday. Her birthday was this week. Happy birthday.
Oh, was it? Happy birthday.
Good Lord, I can't remember her name right now, but you know who I'm talking about. Mickey, we love you. But anyway, I am G1. Yo, my brother, thank you for joining us.
As always, and one last thing I want to say is just, it's all uphill from here, guys. It's just gotta hang in there, and we just all gotta be having faith that Godzilla is going to continue having positive rap, and we'll be looking at a good future.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We out of here. Peace.